Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Botmetrics Meet The Makers. My name is Arun, I'm one of the co-founders of Botmetrics. And today we'll be speaking to Rabi Gupta, who is one of the co-founders of Evabot, which is a gifting bot based out of San Francisco. Hi Rabi.
Hey, hi Arun. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, no worries. So before we go into Evabot itself, maybe you can take some time to introduce yourself and your company and what you're working on.
So yeah, I'm Rabi. I'm one of the co-founders of Evabot. Eva is essentially a chatbot enabled gifting fulfilled through human happiness agents. So what we basically do is we remove human efforts from the sender's end and we put human experience on the receiver's end. So we are actually doing gifting in a right way. So that's what we are doing right now. Before this, I built another company in India. It was called iCouch app platform for TV channels. We sold it off early this year, and then we came here to basically build this consumer professional product from Valley.
Got it. Cool. You said it was a gifting bot. What platforms is it on now? Because if I remember correctly, Eva didn't start off as a traditional bot that you could think of on like Messenger and stuff.
We started with an email bot. So email and web-based bot. So email is just like you CC our bot, which is Eva at Evabot.ai. You CC our bot and you mention anything in the email, something like, "Hey, I'm gifting you a coffee as a nice gesture," and Eva will help you out. So after that, what happens is Eva sends another email in the same thread with a unique link where the user can click and chat with Eva and get their coffee gift. So that's how we started this. And so last week itself, we launched a Slack bot. So how Slackbot will work is basically teams can appreciate each other for small work, which like you solved a major bug. Here is a coffee from us, right, as a team. And it's as simple as saying something like send at the rate username a coffee. And then within Slack, the user can actually talk or chat with the bot and get their coffee accepted. Once the coffee is delivered, the happiness agent also takes a picture. That picture comes within the Slack itself, so everyone in the team member can see, hey, this guy actually got a coffee for doing something nice. So this is so right now we are available on Slack and yeah, web-based bot.
Got it. And any plans to expand to other platforms as well, Messenger and Kick and Telegram and so on?
Right now we are focusing more on professional use case, companies and professionals. That's why Slack made more sense for us. Messenger has a problem. Unless Messenger opens up the Graph API, we cannot actually send gifts because you cannot tag friends. You can chat with bot one to one, and then the bot can send a link probably to your friend. But that would essentially means you copy and pasting that link to your friend. So we'll probably do Messenger only when they allow you to tag your friend, or they allow us specifically to tag, and that means we need to grow to a much bigger audience before they take notice of that.
Right, right. Yeah, the absence of kind of group chat is I think one of the weaknesses of Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, they opened Graph API before when all these Zynga and all these companies came up. So I'm pretty sure they are thinking twice about it because it's not an easy decision for them because brands can easily start abusing people or friends and friends of friends. So that would again, put Facebook in trouble. So I think even if they do, they will do very specifically partnering with companies they like rather than doing it with everyone.
Right, right, right. And as a bot builder that has built on multiple platforms, are there any interesting secrets or tips that you can share with other bot makers?
Uh, so, uh, Looking at from the, I'm pretty sure technology point of view, you can find a lot of platforms for everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not difficult to build a conversational bot. And specifically, even if you want to use NLPs and stuff, the basic NLP should be easy. So I would talk more in terms of why bot makes more sense, and from a user perspective, from a product perspective, what we realized was, for example, when people were accepting gifts from us, for example, you as a receiver receive a coffee today, and then you give micro preferences to the bot saying, I like Phil's coffee, and I like this specific blend, I like it black, and all of that. So all this information is remembered by the bot. So next time when you get a gift, you know, the chat is even shorter, because we know what you like, we know where you want your gift. So interestingly, what happened when we were doing this in traditional use case, if you do this, the user will know that, okay, I registered for this service, so this service will remember me. But while you are chatting, you are giving all this information without even realizing that you are registering to a service, which was very surprising to me, because people used to ask me, how are you going to do that? How do you remember my preferences? And then I was like, hey, you gave all your information to the chatbot, which is as good as registering to a service.
Yep.
But then that's the best part, because when you are chatting, you are giving information, you don't realize that you are registering to a service. So that is like a very psychological advantage which you can have when you are building bots. And then I don't know how long it will work. If there are like bots for everything, then of course people will realize that they are chatting to a bot and registering to a service. But for now it works, and then people should take advantage of that.
Right. And on the flip side, like, what were some of the challenges that you faced while building Eva?
So yeah, the challenge is expectations. When you start doing something over chat, the thing is, people expect a lot from you, and then they are like, hey, can you do this, can you do that? For you, it's as simple as adding few things or adding NLP, or why are you not asking people what they like as a gift? So because again, the thing which is a good thing for you while you're using bot is also a bad thing, because then people expect that this is like very flexible and then you can do tons of things with this. But trying to find a balance, because even if right now we have 4 or 5 flows, like 4 or 5 gifting categories, but it becomes challenging, as you add more and more categories, for example, or use cases within the same category, right? So if we realize that, hey, we want to, whenever a user gets a coffee gift again, we should remember it and we should change the flow. But that change should also does not feel like a form. It should again feel like a chat. So all these things, are a challenge. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, scaling on, in terms of use cases is not easy, because every flow needs to be tested a lot, and you don't know. So for example, a very simple thing like, we used to say something like, what do you prefer in coffee, say hot or cold. Now some people didn't get like what does hot or cold means. So we had to say something like, hey, do you like your beverage hot or cold? And then people used to get, okay, it's a hot coffee or cold coffee.
Right.
So very small things, some people get it, some people will not get it, and then you have to, because you cannot have a bot saying multiple things. It has to say just one thing, but then like 90% of people should get it, what the bot means to say. So yeah, these are the challenges which you will face. And even if you expand to say different countries where there are different, say there's a different way in which people want to talk, then again, it becomes challenging. So for example, people will understand texting as something, when you want to message someone, but in India people will not understand text. So things like that, you cannot have one bot which solves all the purpose for you. So right now we are very specific to Silicon Valley, San Francisco, and that's why it's still manageable. But I can assume that as we plan to grow, it will become a challenge, like to have that lingo right.
Right. Yeah, that's very interesting. Like, we talk about this a lot at Botmetrics too. Like, the challenge, the problem with bots, or like one of the challenges of bots, is that it's kind of open ended, and you have this almost like random user interface as opposed to a sequential user interface that happens in mobile or web, which is very powerful. But at the same time, it's more difficult, like you said, to like set expectations on behalf of the user.
Yes, true, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So tell us about the launch of Evabot. Like, did you guys submit to the Slack App Store, and like, what were some strategies or tactics that you used to both market the bot as well as how did you handle the launch?
So Slackbot is very new. Slackbot is just a week old. We
Mm-hmm.
haven't yet got it on Product Hunt. So it should go on Product Hunt this week maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The But before that, with the email bot, what we did was we met all these cool people and we started sending them gifts. So because this email was unique, this email was like, "Hey, I'm sending you a coffee gift because you helped me out." And then Eva would use to reply on that email. It got attention of people.
Mm.
So that's how we were able to get initial early adopters and influencers like Chris Messina, Amir from Slack. All these guys used the bot and then talked about us on Twitter. So some of this got us some traffic and credibility, especially. And then most of the guys we met, they heard about the idea and they liked it and then they wanted to use it. So so till now we have done more than 500 gifts in 3 months and all organic through word of mouth. The other advantage is once you send a gift, it kind of is viral because the other guy also knows about your service now. So we are trying few tactics, like if a person receives a gift, if within 30 seconds he or she wants to send a gift, that gift can be discounted. And
Mm.
then we are trying all these experiments, like can we give one coffee free so that they get more users, can we get 50% discount so that they are more prone to use it. So all these things we are trying with the email bot. For Slack, the strategy we are using is actually very cool, which is whoever installs Slackbot in their team, the Eva bot for Slack in their team, they get a free coffee. Because as soon as you install it, the bot will send you a chat saying, "Hey, here is your free coffee. Chat with me." And then you chat, you get your free coffee, and then from there the flow starts. The next flow is, "Hey, you can give two more coffees to your teammates," right? And then after that, two more coffees, we tell you that, "Hey, you can get two more coffees at a discount." And then we say you can buy a package for your team so that anyone in your team can actually start sending gifts. So we are trying to do that. We have got around 15 teams signed up in a week.
Mm.
Again, like, we just tried talking to people and telling them about the service, and they most of the guys just installed it for free coffee, maybe. I don't know, but
Right, right.
but the idea is, we have this advantage of making people use the product and get a free gift. So that becomes our user acquisition cost, the cost of the gift. But then there is no wastage, and every time a gift is received, or a free gift is given, those guys also bring us more users. So we are
Right.
using the inherent virality of the product to basically push it. Sometimes we also get another chance of getting more user when we give the gift. So the happiness agent takes the picture and then we have a chance to tweet it.
Right.
Right. So all these things are there, which we are like, there are various touch points. So at every touch point we are trying to see what can we do to basically make it more viral, make it more visible, and make the brand more visible and all of that.
Right, right. Yeah, I think it's very interesting strategy that you're using both messaging and social media and kind of harnessing the built-in virality of both to kind of promote your product.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot to ask this in the beginning, but is Evabot 100% NLP, or are there human agents kind of helping with the deciphering of what is being spoken to the bot?
So we use a bit of NLP when we are reading the emails.
Mm.
So in the email, you can say something like, "Hey, I'm gifting you a coffee," or you can sometimes mess up too, right? You can say, "Hey, I want to gift you something. You can pick from coffee, chocolates, beer, and wine." So we are building basic NLPs to understand, what people want to gift, or did they miss writing something in the email itself. So we are using a bit of NLP there, but we are not using any NLP in the conversational bot. So that's very interesting because before doing this, before building the bot, we actually did one-to-one interactions with around 100 people.
Mm.
uh, so before the bot, we had an app for one-click gifting, and once you send a gift, something like coffee or beer, we used to chat with the person who received the gift, asking them what beer they like, what wine they like, what coffee they like. And that's how we got a sense of how can we make this fully conversational and a structured conversation rather than NLP kind of thing. It's basically a form, but it happens through a chatbot. So we can add some quirky stuff, like we can ask you some funny things. So along with the questions, but everything is right now is structured.
Right, got it. Okay. And I'm assuming you use buttons and other kind of user interface elements to guide people
Yes.
through a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what are next steps for you? You mentioned you have a team of 7 people. Like, are you guys fundraising? Like, what are the future plans for Evabot?
Yeah, so we raised a small funding round, including this Boost VC Accelerator program. The idea is this month we have a big like milestone. We want to hit like $10,000 in revenues this month. So we have been growing 100% month on month, but this person we want to grow even faster and see uh, if we are able to like show this growth and get all these companies join us on join the Slack bot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and after that, the plan is, of course, go and raise a seed round, maybe October. Yeah,
Got it. Okay, cool. That's
yeah,
very exciting. So, good luck with everything.
yeah.
So,
Thanks.
where can people find Evabot? Is it Evabot.ai, and that's how
Yeah.
you install the Slack bot?
So yeah, Evabot.ai, you will get all the information. You can also go to slack.evabot.ai to directly go to the Slack thing, and you can go to gift.evabot.ai to directly start chatting with the bot and to send gifts.
Got it. Okay. And where can people find you? Are you on Twitter or Facebook or?
Yeah, I'm everywhere. So Twitter, Facebook, yeah, they are easy places to find me.
Got it. What's your handle? So
So
that
my
people.
Twitter handle is rgupta29 at for on Twitter, and on Facebook it's Rabi Gupta. So
Cool. Awesome. So it was great to kind of learn about Evabot, and I'm excited to see it grow, and I definitely want to try it out too, and
yeah, yeah,
both send gifts as well as hopefully receive gifts.
yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
it would be great.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
okay,
So thank you for your time,
thanks for
Ravi, and hoping to hear more about Evabot in the future.
thank you, thanks
Cool.
for having me here.
All right. Thank you.